welcome to our First Look event. This is kind of the first view into who were our latest investments and the founders behind these amazing companies. As many of you that are attending know, we used to host these in person, but we've actually found that we reach a much broader audience hosting them virtually. So we have all 17 of our new fall 2021 portfolio company founders here today. They're each going to do about a 90-second pitch, a very quick pitch. They're all almost, tailored to be exactly the same so that everyone, 17 is a lot to get through, but we want to make sure that everyone tuning in can get at least a quick understanding of what they're doing, where they are in their progress as a company, and maybe some quick asks from the audience, whether it's introductions or help fundraising or product feedback. A quick reminder of who are we, Jumpstart Foundry, what do we do for anyone that may be new on the line. Jumpstart Foundry is the most active pre-seed health innovation fund in the country. We invest in 34 plus, we're continuing to grow, 34 plus pre-seed stage companies every single year. We write standard $150,000 investment checks, and we provide lifetime access to a new virtual program called Jumpstart Insight, which I'm excited for Kristen to quickly introduce herself here in just a second. Kristen DeVita leads our Jumpstart Insight community. A quick reminder, we have applications for our spring 2022 funding rounds. They are currently open. There's a March 31st application deadline. And if you have any questions about applications or questions about Jumpstart Foundry and what it's like to work with us or be a portfolio company, I do invite you to join me for my next live application Q&A session. Those are hosted similar to this on Zoom. My next one is March 9th. That's a Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. I have a handful kind of throughout the next month or so on different days of the week at different times to hopefully accommodate as many different schedules as possible. But the next one I have coming up is the 9th at 4 p.m. Central. So without further ado, we're going to dive right in. Lennox was already smiling because she knew she was going to be going first. So I'm going to invite Lennox McNeary, the CEO and founder of Archive Core, to kick us off.
Lennox? Yeah, picking an A name maybe isn't the best thing. So Archive Core's professional identity vault provides secure credential storage, sharing, and verification. And as Ella mentioned, I'm Lennox McNeary. My co-founder and I are both physicians. We started Archive Core because we'd actually seen the devastating effects that credentialing delays had on physicians and on our patients. Now, in the physician world, credentialing typically takes about 120 days. And in my small group, we spent nearly a year recruiting for a new physician. We signed a contract, and then the clock started on their credentialing. At 110 days, they closed on a house and they moved across country, ready to start their new job. But then 120 days into the process, their credentialing fell through. So they were out of a job, and our dreams of having help actually just disappeared. That happened twice in my tiny group. So my partner and I started developing software to simplify this process. And we thought we were building a healthcare credentialing platform. But we have actually learned that nearly 1 in 3 working age adults have earned some form of credential, whether it's a diploma, a professional certification, or a license. And these documents become part of our professional identity. So regardless of industry, those who earn, grant, and verify credentials all share the same struggles. It takes too long to find the documents they need. They have to reinvent the wheel every time they need to share these documents if they're applying for a new job or a promotion. And for employers, it takes too long to obtain and verify the documents. Our software is industry agnostic, and our initial focus is in healthcare because that's our area of expertise. But we're now moving into other industries. So for the 50 million adults in the US with credentials, we want to become their solution for storing, sharing, and verifying their professional identities. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Lennox. That was great. All right. Next up, we have Bordeaux Laboratories and we have Don Merriman. Don, you ready?
Yep, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Don, founder of Bordeaux Laboratories. And what we do is create over-the-counter products to improve the personal care of diabetics. So say you come down with a cold, you go to Walgreens, you purchase Mucinex, Vicks, whatever else, go on about your day. Well, diabetics generally don't have the luxury to go purchasing things and taking it without being cognizant of the ingredients. That's because a lot of these solutions have ingredients that affect blood glucose, blood pressure, and hormones. So there's a gap in the market between what's available and diabetics. And so that's where Bordeaux Laboratories formulas comes in. Namely our Inceptive brand, which is Arden's Cold and Flu and Arden's Allergy. With our market research, we found that 77% of diabetics felt that our product offering was needed and willing to purchase, but only 22% of those purchased their medicine online. But that gives us a serviceable, available market of 94%, and that's for cold and flu and allergy alone. The formulations are complete. We're currently under stability testing, which is scheduled to be completed in April, and we have our FDA labeler code and our national drug codes. We're beginning to develop a community of endocrinologists with a web app that is a part of our website where diabetics can find endocrinologists in their area. We're planning to launch on Amazon and Walmart Marketplace in June, and we plan on closing our pre-seed round in August. With that being said, you can help help Bordeaux Labs make life a little sweeter, no pun intended, by tapping us into some warm leads. And then also, if there's anybody out there in the Jumpstart world that would like to advise on scalable processes, so creating quality products and services and experiences repeatedly, I would greatly appreciate that. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Don. All right. Up next, we have Comma. So Miller, there you are.
Awesome.
Perfect. You made it in. Okay, good.
I did. Thank you. All right. I'm ready for our slide when y'all are. Great. 800 years is how long it takes one tampon to decompose in a landfill. So I'm Miller Morris. I'm a global health epidemiologist and the founder of Comma. Women and girls in my research communities lacked access to clean water and waste management infrastructure that rendered conventional period products useless. And they were missing school and work as a result. And it turns out the state of period products in the US isn't great either. Conventional products are filled with oil-based plastics and carcinogenic pesticide residue. And with the average American woman producing over 16,000 pounds of period waste in her lifetime, it was a real environmental problem. There hasn't been real innovation in the period product space since the original tampon was patented in 1931. And so we invented something that was compostable. Our direct-to-consumer subscription model not only allows end users to manage their flow their way, but also allows us to better understand what menstruation can tell us about overall health. Our HIPAA-compliant CRM protects user data and integrates with other healthcare platforms, giving reproductive health the data-driven place it deserves in the larger healthcare system. The tampon market will exceed $6.5 billion by 2025. Today, Comma innovates in the disposable reproductive health space. Our compostable bioapplicators decompose in a matter of weeks, not centuries, and we're currently piloting compostable absorbent material that makes period care even more sustainable and allows us to expand our product line or white label products like gauze, diapers, or even bioplastic IV tubing. With our licensed technology and processes, the possibilities to make healthcare waste greener are endless. We have exciting plans to raise a seed round and go to market in 2022. And we could service the 88% of American menstruators who prefer plastic applicator tampons by the end of this year. Periods shouldn't be a hard stop, and commas allow for disruption and a rewriting of the narrative. And we're excited that you're a part of the disruption. Thank you.
Thank you, Miller. That was great. All right, up next, I believe we have Diet Tech with John Wilcox. Take it away, John.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. I'm John Wilcox, and I'm the CEO of Dietech Diabetes, and we're a company with a mission to improve the safety of insulin infusion. So I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes on my 9th birthday, and like 1 million people, I used an insulin pump on my arm to infuse my life-saving medication, insulin. And despite being a $5.7 billion market, insulin pumps have had the highest medical device injury and death reports in the FDA. Problems with pumps are related to infusion failures like leakages and blockages at the injection site that can waste expensive insulin and can cause fatal blood glucose levels. This is why we have developed Smart Fusion, an infusion monitoring software platform that provides real-time detection and alerts of infusion failures, as well as critical data to help people avoid infusion failure altogether. Smart Fusion software is licensed, sold, and integrated into an on-market pump and clinic EMR platform for patients and providers to use. Now, Smart Fusion's preclinical performance has been validated through an NIH SBIR Phase 1 grant, and we're moving into our first clinical pilots by Q4 of this year. Our upcoming goals include developing business partnerships with licensing infusion device companies, raising our $1.3 million seed round for market launch, and applying to further non-dilutive funding. So we'd love to connect with those who can help us achieve these goals. And please reach out if you want to be part of a team that's dedicated to improving the quality of life for people with diabetes. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. That was great. All right. Up next, we have LaVonda Brown with iGauge.
Hello, everyone. I am LaVonda Brown, founder and CEO of iGauge. iGauge is developing intelligent drug and alcohol screening technology that increases safety through mobile eye scans. iGauge allows workplaces and individuals to stay ahead of accidents with confidence, quickly and accurately screening for substances prior to operating dangerous equipment. Since our founding in May 2020, iGauge has released 2 mobile apps and obtained federal approval to conduct human subject research. In total, we have collected 11,000 eye data sets, which help improve the accuracy of our algorithms. We launched our first pilot in December 2021 with Excel Airport Services. The CEO, Mr. Felton, manages a large team that has access to dangerous equipment in and around the aircraft. iGauge is the only solution that allows his employees to get tested on the go right from the tarmac. iGauge's primary focus is to continue building our proprietary data set of eyes, as well as secure a lead investor for our $2 million seed round. You can assist by offering a letter of interest or intent to use our technology, which will strengthen our investment package to close our seed raise. The drug screening market will more than double by 2027 to $14.5 billion. Growing substance abuse during the pandemic is a major factor responsible for this growth, and the addiction will stick around long after the pandemic is over. The iGauge solution saves time, money, and lives while inherently reducing the negative impacts of substance abuse on families and our communities. Thank you.
Great job, LaVonda. Okay, up next, we have James Martin with Easy Clinic.
Hi, I'm James Martin, CEO of Easy Clinic. We're a SaaS company developing visual recognition AI with automated patient monitoring and predictive warnings to prevent safety events and help ICUs offset staffing shortages and beyond. Soon, our AI will assist nurses with watchful care to address an array of pain points. For now, our MVP is focused on preventing ventilator tube removals. In the US, before COVID increased ventilations, this preventable safety event already killed more than 50,000 patients and added $8 billion to healthcare costs annually. ICUs are the end users, with hospitals as the current payer. However, we are confident that we will convert insurance as the payer with our case studies and regulatory approvals. We are currently looking for smaller and surgical ICU partners that are not overwhelmed with COVID. Beyond hospital partners, we're looking for advisors to help navigate the nuances of taking SaaS for hospitals to market. And our total addressable market is $1.2 billion in annual recurring revenue, with our beachhead at $23 million in recurring revenue. Easy Clinic's AI empowers ICU nurses with preventing ventilator tube removals, which pre-COVID already posed risks to 1.65 million patients, killed 50,000, and added $8.1 billion to US healthcare costs annually. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Have a good day.
Up next, we have Wesley Ma with Health OpX.
Hey everyone, my name is Wesley Ma. I'm the CEO of Health OpX. So Health OpX team members and founders are second generation Americans or part of underserved communities. And we saw the best way to improve the health of the communities we come from is to work with the organizations that helped us growing up. So that's why Health OpX created a software platform that partners community-based organizations and home care agencies with health insurers, providers, and government to engage and improve the health of at-risk patients. So we're currently setting up a pilot with Washington, D.C. State Medicaid Plan, where we will be receiving 70,000 members' data with the aim of providing referrals, wraparound services, and event-based services. So through our platform, the Medicaid plan will leverage churches, home care agencies, and other community-based organizations to refer their members to relevant services that keep them healthy and informed. So this creates easy to access entry points for vulnerable populations and seamless coordinated processes cater to these underserved communities that we come from. So our next steps include our pilot, and we then plan on raising a $1 million convertible note round in April after collecting some data from our pilot. We're also looking for healthcare or social impact investors that are strategic and care about our mission. So this is a multi-billion-dollar market, and we have a huge pilot customer who wants us to grow and fill the gaps that exist with the underserved communities that they're trying to keep healthy and engaged. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Wesley. Okay, I think up next is Hire Me Healthcare, and we have Ryan Lee.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Fellow cohorts, JSF Network, near and far. I'm Ryan Lee, the CEO and co-founder of Hire Me Healthcare, where we are tackling the now notorious nursing staffing crisis with a tech-enabled solution for permanent placement staffing. At Hire Me Healthcare, we have a marketplace career platform. We eliminate friction in the hiring process by connecting nurses and other qualified healthcare professionals directly to hiring managers. As mentioned, we have a bimodal marketplace where we sell B2B to healthcare organizations, and it's a free platform for healthcare professionals. We are very proud to announce we have finally completed development of our platform, both web and mobile, launching actually today. It just hit the iOS and Android markets, so feel free to check it out. We are rolling out to market, going to both sides of the marketplace there. And as far as our next steps, we're onboarding nurses with an ongoing campaign, looking to close sales in our pipelines, including negotiations with a major healthcare system in North Carolina. But any connections as far as that breaking into the healthcare exec line would be very helpful. It's a tough call to get answered sometimes. We're also looking to develop strategic partnerships along the career development lines or anything related to staffing to help populate our platform on both sides. And lastly, we are raising a seed round following our friends and family $500,000 round we just raised. We're looking to raise $1 million plus, focusing on key hires, tech development towards our true differentiating factors we have in the pipeline, and marketing and growth. So we're here to tackle one of the most explosive and critical markets in the United States healthcare system. There is a shift coming back from travel nursing and temporary labor. $250 an hour for temporary staff is just unsustainable. An extra $25 billion pumped into agency costs and temporary labor is unsustainable. It is going back towards permanent placement, and we are here to help turn it around. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. That was great. All right. Up next, we have Morrow Parents, and Kenzie should be on the line.
Yep. Thank you. Hi, my name is Kenzie Butera Davis. I'm the CEO and founder of Morrow. At Morrow, we start outside of the clinic, sort of like the Duolingo for family mental health. So we have a consumer-first, brand-forward mobile app that uses modular content and a suite of in-app behavioral health tools to help families navigate the hardest parts of growing up, which is understanding and supporting your child's mental health, their experience through puberty, developing empathy, and appreciating diversity. That content keeps consumers engaged, and those in-app tools and activities allow us to collect the most comprehensive set of pediatric and adolescent SDOH data as it relates to mental and behavioral health. We're then repackaging this data in the world's first ever consumer-friendly automated mental health report. You can think about that sort of how Flow or Clue repackages your menstrual cycle data for a clinician. In this way, families never show up to a provider empty-handed, which accelerates time to diagnosis, accuracy of that diagnosis, the patient experience, money saved, et cetera, really filling a gap between home and clinic. We bundle our consumer app with an employer dashboard and sell to employers often through benefit brokers. A noteworthy client, I'm so sorry, my dog is in the corner. A noteworthy client is our paid pilot with American Family Insurance. This month, we actually scheduled 45 demos with brokers, employers, and agencies. That pipeline TCV is actually vastly outdated, so you can connect with me later for an updated number. And then we also just yesterday successfully pushed a new build to the App Store, which enables us to launch our parent affiliate programs. We have 11 parent affiliates, kicking us off with a combined 300,000 followers. We welcome introductions to benefits teams and HR, and we do still have $400,000 left to close on our $800,000 pre-seed round. And dog trainers, if anyone has recommendations. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Kenzie. It wouldn't be a true, Zoom webinar if we didn't have some participation from our dogs at home. So thank you. Good job. Okay, up next we have Mask and Paul Kim. to present his company.
Hi, my name is Paul. I'm an optometrist and founder of Mask Optical. Mask is on a mission to simplify the eyewear buying process through design and systems. Now, that may sound really boring to you, but we are pumped and really excited about our CIOS, an all-in-one virtual try-on solution designed to reduce the friction in eyewear shopping and sell more eyewear. We are on track to deploy and pilot the CIOS in 3 partner locations by August of this year. Once we have validated product market fit, our plan is to pilot the CIOS in a fashion store. Today, we have 33 optometry partners using our B2B platform, which is an ordering and fulfillment system for eyewear. Currently, the US eyewear market is a $16.8 billion industry. Our target market is the West Coast, which has a market size of 3.7 billion. We have a lofty goal of capturing 1% of the West Coast market in 6 years. Now, Mask understands the consumer frustration and dissatisfaction when it comes to eyewear shopping, and our mission is to keep it simple. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Up next, we have Mentornomics with Rob Cornell.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rob, one of the founders of Mentornomics. We are working to become the dominant online marketplace for virtual clinical supervision in the behavioral health industry. In behavioral health, clinical supervision is a requirement for associate clinicians and technician level employees. Due to regulatory and market changes, behavioral health agencies, clinics, and treatment centers increasingly struggle to hire qualified supervisors to meet their needs. Catholic Charities of Brooklyn and Queens in New York is one example. Catholic Charities partnered with us to outsource supervision for 3 of their units, including their mobile crisis team. Using external supervisors is now considered a key best practice for them because they believe it leads to better patient care and happier employees. Our next product enhancements will improve our margins and include expanding our platform with electronic onboarding for supervisees and supervisors. We have 8 clients today and are executing on our initial sales strategy. Additional funding is required to complete our product development and ramp up our sales efforts. One of the direct benefits to our solution is that more behavioral health associates reach advanced licensure, leading to more social workers, counselors, and therapists available to help patients. We hope that you are interested in joining us on our mission to both seize the lion's share of the almost $3 billion market while also providing help to patients that need care. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Rob. Okay. Moving on. Next up, we have Mitivate and Aaron Petty. Aaron, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I'm Aaron Petty, CEO and founder of Mitivate. Mitivate at our core, we are a healthcare analytics company that identifies inefficiencies within the fee-for-service ecosystem and then implements value-based care models for multiple different parties. Our products and services use real-time data that allows for payers and providers to succeed in implementing true value-based care alternative payment models. We are actually building the first dual-sided marketplace that allows for multiple different payers and multiple different types of providers to enter into risk-based contracts exclusively. Our customers are on both sides. We target health plans with strong traction within that market. They pay for access to our platform. And then on the back end, we provide care coordination and back-end analytical services on behalf of their patients and their members. Providers as well pay for similar access to the platform. We also provide back-end analytical services for them, transferring data between payers and providers and having strategic partnerships with claims adjudication systems and EHR systems as well. Our traction is pretty strong. We passed 1 million of ARR about a year and a half ago, with Jumpstart Foundry being our first equity investment for the organization. We have a lot of partnerships with 8 providers. We're looking to partner with more entities within the self-insured space and are strategically targeting ACO systems as a new client base as well. We're raising a $5 million seed round. And if anyone's interested, I'd love to speak with you further about it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Aaron. Okay, up next we have, I think it's Pal. Perfect. Brent, you're up.
Hey everyone, my name is Brent. I'm the CEO of PAL. So having been a caregiver for autistic children my entire life and having a brother who is autistic, I've understood how the 1 in 7 autistic families having a caregiver has a direct effect on the 80% unemployment rate amongst autistic adults. And that's why I created PAL. Essentially, PAL is Uber for autism caregiving. PAL simplifies how families find qualified caregivers and manage care to improve the autonomy of autistic kids. So currently we have 235,000 secured in our present rounds and 300,000 reservations, and have a backlog of new customers worth $300,000. And we're currently looking to get connected with speech pathologists, occupational therapy institutions, as well as clinics, additionally public school systems in order for us to scale. And if you're interested in autism, pediatric tech, future work, or ed tech solutions, we'd love to chat with you about investing in our current round. So if you want to have a conversation after this and empower the autism community, let's work together and be pals.
Thanks, Brent. I love it. All right, up next, we have Recruit, and we have Jonathan Bolentz on the line.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. I'm the founder and CEO of Recruit. Recruit is a tech company operating as a CVO. We're seeking to reduce the lead time to credential physicians. Currently, the physician credentialing landscape is very heavily decentralized, and most competitors, if not all, offer platforms that require physicians to incorporate a lot of data. So on our end, we have a tech tool in place that allows for physicians to not have to incorporate data, and they are able to store that in our vault. Currently, where we're at is we're in the second phase of tackling verification of physician data, and that is allowing us to reach our certification status with the NCQA. Currently, before Q3, we would like to be piloting at various hospitals and health systems in the States. So our ask is if there are any connections that can help perpetuate any further piloting, that would be amazing. With credentialing, it is about physicians and getting them to work quicker, more revenue to the hospital, but also, especially since COVID, it's also about getting patients to see specialists and to see them in a timely manner so that their issues can be addressed and effective patient care can be upheld.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. All right. Just a few more to go. Up next, we have Sage Medical. Guinevere, I believe you're on.
That's me. Hi, I'm Guinevere Blanchard, founder and CEO of Sage Medical Coding and Billing. I'm also a medical coder with an AI-driven platform to remedy gaps in the healthcare coding and billing system. If you have ever received a medical bill that should have been paid by your medical insurance, then you've experienced the $100 billion of mistakes made by billers and coders every year. Our platform eliminates costly human error while increasing physician productivity by 20%. We are currently fully integrated with 4 legacy EMRs, giving us access to 2 million physicians. Additional revenue from SDK licensing and white label software agreements are currently in development. We project a revenue of $50 million in year 1. SageMed has raised $300K pre-seed while participating in the Salesforce, Jumpstart Foundry, and Expert Dojo accelerators. We will open a seed round of $700K next month. A process that once took 8 steps and weeks to complete can now be done in only 3 steps and in real time. Our B2B SaaS and server software customers are physician groups and specialty care clinics. We can vertically integrate with anyone who accepts medical insurance, which is a $682 billion industry. We are focused on obsessive growth and invite you to join our vision. Thank you and see you in the breakout room.
Awesome. Thank you, Guinevere. All right, 2 more. Up next is Sanjani Barot, and she's with the Skin Consult.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Sajani Barot, and I am the CEO and founder of the Skin Consult. The Skin Consult is a SaaS marketplace to help patients find personalized skincare solutions using AI and connecting these patients with skincare providers. On average, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to even make an appointment with a dermatologist or a derm provider, and it takes about 2 to 3 times of a trial for someone to find someone they can connect with, someone they're looking for that can help with their skin problems, such as being a skin of color or having issues with their acne. And as such, our SaaS platform will help these patients find their ideal skincare provider, connect with them virtually, or go see them in person. And it's going to help the providers find more patients and actually connect with them beyond, their state lines, and actually see them, recommend products, and even sell products. We launched our MVP in November of 2020 and have had 300 paying customers. We have 30 providers on our platform with a wait list of 50. And we've had recurring revenue of 5,000 that comes from consultation sales and sales of skincare products. We have 13 brand partnerships with skincare companies, of which 3 are paid brand partnerships. Our next steps is to actually build our SaaS platform now, for which we're raising our seed round currently. And I look forward to talking to all of you about my platform. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. And last but certainly not least, we have Soap. And I believe Stephen's on. Stephen, you there?
Yes, I am on. Hi, Steve Charlap of Soap. With over 18 million diagnostic errors being made each year, it's no surprise that the National Academy of Medicine now predicts that everyone will experience an error. These errors are directly responsible for hundreds of thousands of lost lives each year and nearly $1 trillion in costs. They also result in 65% of physicians being sued by the age of 55. The most common errors responsible for 60% of malpractice suits are missing early cancers and heart diseases, which was responsible for my brother's early demise from a late diagnosed cancer. The most common cause of these errors is doctors not spending enough time with patients and not collecting enough data. With doctors currently experiencing administrative burdens, time constraints, and reimbursement rules, it's not likely that they're going to find more time to spend with their patients. Soap Health has developed an integrated AI solution, the perfect medical interviewer, RiskView, and the Smart Soap Note, to improve patient-reported data, risk assessment, and documentation for early disease risk detection to reduce diagnostic errors. SOAP offers 5 value propositions: improve physician productivity, increase compensation, decrease liability exposure, improve patient care and outcomes, and increase physician knowledge capabilities. In studies at both Stanford and Miami, SOAP clinically validated its effectiveness and value. SOAP already has agreements with physicians, life insurers, and genetic testing companies, and has just added 2 more senior executives who are co-investing to its management team. Let's save lives together.
Fantastic. Thank you, Steve. All right. That wraps up all of our quick pitches. I know that was a ton of information to go through. I hope everyone enjoyed listening to all of our amazing founders.